Good afternoon, everyone. So now, today I am going to show you a very interesting things. As I already showed you that how to process the Landsat 9 data. So how we will going to download it, how we will going to process it. Okay, so all this part we are actually going to cover in this exercise. Okay, so first as you see how we are going to download this data. Okay, and then I will show you how we will going to process it in ArcGIS Pro, and finally how you are going to process this data to calculate the surface temperature. Let's first to see the process how to download the Landsat 9 and what are the differences. Okay, in the process of downloading the Landsat 8. Okay, so simply I am just going to Earth Explorer. So you just right click and open a new tab. So if you have your login ID, okay, so then obviously you just go with your login ID so that you can able to work with the data. Okay, so now in search criteria, so once you have login only, then only you will get these options for the address and path. Okay, so if you are not logging, then you will not get this option. So go to the address and path and give it suppose my location I am giving. Okay, so show it. So see here, it is showing the Kolkata location center. Now the next things which you want, that if you want you can give a date, but in this case I am not giving any date because it is a very recent. I don't know from which date this Landsat 9 is available. So let's see, whatever I will get and found the Landsat 9 any date, so I will going to show you in that. So I am just directly going to the dataset option. Okay, so in the datasheet options you can see there is so many options, so many things will be there. Okay, so in the Landsat archive if you go, okay, so usually for Landsat 8 I usually go for the Landsat collection 1 data, and over this I used to download this Landsat collection 1 level 1 data products I used. But in this scenario what I get it, that is the Landsat collection 2. Okay, level 2 you will also get Landsat 8-9 datasets you will get, and in the Landsat collection 2 level 1 also you will get this OLI datasets also for Landsat 9. Okay, so in those two if you want to search, then you can go to the next is you just simply go to the results. Okay, so now it will searching about the available dates. Okay, so now you will get a list of the data sets. Okay, so but now how we're going to understand which one is Landsat 9, because here you see Landsat 8 is also showing. So for this you just see the first 4 codes of the data. So here it will mention which is actually Landsat 9. Suppose in this case it is showing LC909, and the next thing which you have to check, that is your study area is falling within this scene or not. So for that you just click on this show footprint options. It will show you so your data is falling in this particular region or not. So if you feel this is perfectly falling in your study area, so then next is you have to check the browsing, means the cloud cover over that. So for that you have to go to the data browsing options. So click on this show browse overlay. So click on that, so you will able to see if there is any kind of cloud is there or not. So if there is no cloud, so you can go for the downloading the data. So simply click on this downloading options. So here you will get this product options, click on that, and there is so many products will be there. So if you want to download all the products, so you just simply click on this download product option. Okay, so once you click the download will start. Okay, and we will show you in a coming exercises how we will going to process these data sets. Okay, so we will going to show you how to process this Landsat 9 data sets. So please stay with us, we will come with that part also. So now I just downloaded this Landsat 9 image. Okay, so you just see this is actually a compressed file. So what you have to do, you just simply right click on this, go and then go to the zip and click on this extract here. That's all. So you will get the all the bands. Okay, so basically we will going to deal with this 7 bands. Okay, so mtl.txt, this raster product value, it's still there, but I think it will take time to go for the automated process in ArcGIS Pro. So I will going to show you the manual process, how we will going to do this layer stacks, and you can go for the few processing over this image. Okay, so let's open the ArcGIS Pro, which I already opened. So now how we will going to add the all those bands here. So simply go to this map tab and go to the add data. Okay, so wherever you have this all the bands of this Landsat 8, so see in Landsat 9, you just see here I already extracted. Okay, so what you have to do, you just take these bands. Okay, so I just going to take the 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 bands, which is required for this processing techniques which I am going to show you. So first I am just going to add the all bands. Okay, so and now the next things which you have to do like this band composite. Okay, so to doing the band composite, what you have to do, you have to make all the bands in an organized format. So see here, I will make it band 1 in a top, then band 2, okay, so then band 3, band 3, then band 4, okay, sorry, this is band 4. Now band 5, you just take it up. Now band 6. So this is the process which I just showing you. So there is a various process you can do. This is just a little bit of easy automation techniques which is available in ArcGIS Pro. Okay, so once you organize this band, because now I am doing the manual technique. So whenever you are going for a manual, you have to know what is the bands. Okay, what are the bands is actually there. So if you want to understand more about the bands, then you can simply go to this and just type Landsat 9 band information. Okay, so if you just type like this, so you can get all the bands. Okay, so like if you go in images, okay, so you will get see here somewhere you will get the all the bands informations of the Landsat. So see blue, green, red, near infrared. So these are the 5 bands which is required, and software infrared band, okay, which I am going to add. And the panchromatic band is your 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, this 8 band. Okay, then it's cirrus, and these 2 are the thermal bands. Okay, so that are the combinations which is coming out. But anyway, I'm just going to use the other bands like band 1 2 3 4 5, okay, 6 and 7. If you want this all together, you want to be layer stack or composite band, that you can do. But whatever is selected, now you go to the imagery, okay, and then simply go to this process and click on this composite band. Just simply click on this. Now just see all bands are now linked together. So here if you want to make it as a false color composite, okay, so how are we going to do that? So as you know, the combination of the false color composite will be the infrared, red and green band. Okay, so you just see here infrared, red and green. So 5 4 and 3, this will be the combination. Okay, so you just go here and click on this 5 4 and 3. Okay, so and if you just see here, automatically these bands are now very nicely extracted. Okay, so this very nicely created a false color composite, which I actually want for this band. Okay, so now if you want to increase means the size and those all things, so that also you can able to do it here. Okay, so I just stop swipe. See, if you want to swipe, then you can able to see it here also. Okay, I just stop swiping and I'm just simply taking this band. So
okay friends, so now we will going to start our part of how to calculate the surface temperature. So to doing that, you have to understand a few basic scientific informations which is very much required to pre-processing of your data. So few data sets which is actually stored in the metadata, that is we called as a calibrated informations. Okay, so pre-calibrated informations which is very much required to do the TOA corrections, like top of atmosphere corrections, if you want to calculate the reflectance, or if you want to calculate the radiance for the land surface temperature. So that information is also stored the data. Okay, so here I just try to search in the Google to typing that LOA Landsat TOA corrections. Same I type for the that also 9 Landsat 9, but I am not still get direct sites for that. Okay, still May it is not launched. Very soon it will come, or maybe I am not able to find out the exact location, but it is not a issue. Okay, because the process of the land surface temperature, it is always same, like we are going to use the inverse Planck's law. So for that we required a few important parameters. Okay, so for that I am going to follow the Landsat 8 what is already given. Okay, the TOA correction process, if you go here. Okay, so you see this is the Landsat 8 TOA correction process, level 1 data product. For that only I also downloaded the another data of Landsat that is level 1 product. The demo which time which I just showing you how to download, so that is a level 2 product. So there is a down part, there is one more data is a level 1 data sets data product is also there. So that only I just downloaded for Landsat 9 to doing this demo. Okay, so now as you've seen here, so here we have the conversion of the TOA top of atmosphere correction process. So here our main focus is this top of atmospheric brightness temperature, so that I am going to calculate. Okay, so for that we are actually basically calculate this radiance part. Okay, so see this formula is basically I already typed it here as you've seen here. Okay, so as you've seen, so this is the formula for the Landsat 8. Okay, so see this is the radiance value. Okay, so radiance value is 0.03. So that only I just type for Landsat 9. Okay, so this is the differences. Okay, so if you check here, so you will get an idea for the differences. Okay, so that is, see, radiance value is actually changed. Okay, and that's all. So this radiance value, and then another importance when you are calculating the brightness temperature, we means I am going to show you up to this. So from there only you can get an idea of the land surface temperature. So this brightness temperature, whenever you are going to calculate, so that time this you can say K1 and K2 value. Okay, so that is also they are stored in your metadata. I am just going to show you. So that is also given here. Okay, so that is also different. So always be careful to calculating doing that. Okay, so this is the important part of over here. Now the next important thing is how I am going to type this formula in ArcGIS Pro and how we are going to process it and calculate the surface temperature. Okay, so just see here the formula. First I am just going to calculate the radiance. So this formula is actually the formula which is written it here. So just simply I am just calculating the L lambda. Okay, TOA spectral radiance. So that I am just going to calculate over here. So that only, as you see, this is the ML specific multifield back factor value. So where I am getting this band AL is equal to band specific additive fill factor value. This will get inside the metadata of that particular file. So for that I am just going in there here. Okay, so here you just see you will get all the value. So mtl.txt file, if you just right click and open the in Wattpad, so that I already opened for Landsat 9. Okay, see this is the Landsat 9. Okay, and then see there is a band specific additive spectral value. If you just want to search this two value, then you will get it here. See, this is for, I am just going to calculate the land surface temperature over the band 10. Okay, so see this is the value. Okay, so what you have to do, just you simply copy this value from here. Okay, and you just simply go to the Excel. Okay, and simply paste it here. So then only you will get this value. See, this is the value which you will get. Okay, the simple thing, same thing, if you just compare for the Landsat 8, you will get a same value. Okay, so for here, okay, and see this is the this is the value we will get for the Landsat 8. Okay, so this is the very important part which you have to understand. Okay, so now we will come back to this our ArcGIS Pro. Now the question is how I am going to process this data. Okay, so Landsat 8 I already showed you how to create the false color composite. So I am directly going to the processing of thermal band. Okay, so band 10 I am going to use for my purpose. Okay, so for that I am just opening the band 10 data, suppose. Okay, so I have my data sets here. So simply I am just going to my folder Landsat 9. Okay, Bhubaneswar. So here you see this is the band 10, you see band 10 value. So you see the size is also different for the band 10. Okay, so from there only you can understand band 10 and band 11. So in this scenario I am just taking this band 10 value. Okay, and then simply click on OK. Now if I want to focus over the surface temperature, I can calculate the full, but my main try to focus over some city area. Okay, so for that I am just going to taking the Bhubaneswar city. So as you may seen that most of my video I shown on this satellite, just last one I shown you over the Kolkata, but anyway I thought that it will be a series kind of thing, so that it will be easy for you to communicate. So that's why I just select this, I just downloaded this level 1 product of Landsat 9, and then I'm just trying to calculate it. Okay, so okay, anyway I'm just going to add the Bhubaneswar city boundary which I already have for this. So for that I'm just going to okay, so here I have the Bhubaneswar city boundary. So simply taking that boundary here and drop it. Okay, fine. So now here if you want to make it little bits of hollow, and if you want to change the color properties, so that you can change it from here. Okay, so and you can apply it. Okay, so now if you want to zoom to layer on that particular location, so you can zoom to layer it. And as you seen, this is Landsat 10 is 100 meter spatial resolution, so automatically this is little blonde. Okay, but it is suitable to calculate the temperature. So how we will going to calculate that? So as you see, now I am just going to cut out this city part. So if I want, okay, so if I want to cut this city part, so then how we will going to do that? So let's start with this. Okay, so first I am just going to the imagery part. Okay, and then I go to raster function. Okay, and here you have option for clip. So take this boundary and this raster file, and then simply take this output boundary. Okay, so cut it exactly with the boundary and then go and cut it out. Now you see I already cut it out this part. Okay, so now whatever the calculation I am going to do, I am going to do over here. Okay, so if I want to going to do it over here, so now the question is how I am going to handle it. Okay, so for this I am going to show you few of the things. Okay, so like how I am just going to process this data. Okay, so here you see to calculating the radiance first. Okay, for the surface brightness temperature, if you want to calculate, first you have to calculate the radiance. So simply you can go to this analysis, go to the toolbox, okay, and take this raster calculator part. Okay, so the radiance formula which I already type it for the Landsat 9, so I am just simply copying it. Okay, so and you can simply paste it over here. Okay, and what I want to do, I want to shift this band 10 with the clip band which I just did. Okay, so simply I can go to that part, I can remove it, and I can double click over the part. Okay, so see here, yeah, double inverted comma, you just simply remove that, then your equations will come right. Okay, so now it's in that this is the formula which I just typed. Okay, now expressions it is also, I hope fine, check the formula, it's fine. So now just run it, then let's see how it is coming. Okay, so now after doing this you can check the value of the radiance. Okay, so if you have here, so this is the value of the radiance is coming between 8 to 13 to 14 range. Okay, so that is my radiance value is coming perfect. So how I am going to do this, you can go with some literature, you will get an idea about how this type of radiance value is coming after calculation. So now the next steps is calculating the brightness temperature. As I already shown you the formula from here to calculate the brightness temperature. So from there you can get an idea about the temperature value, surface temperature value. So that up to that only I am just calculating. Okay, you can go to beyond calculations with land surface emissivity, and then averaging of these two, and you can go for the average LST calculation. But I will show you up to this so that you can get an idea about what the temperature will come after this. Okay, so let's see for this. So brightness temperature, this is the formula which I just type it like this. Okay, so only thing is I just remove this old one. Okay, so as you compare this old one, so this is Landsat 8, this is the value. Okay, so for the Landsat 9, this is the value. Okay, for the K1, and K2, this is the value. Okay, so this is the K1, K2 value, so that only you have to remove. Okay, so simply I just type it. So I am just copying this. Okay, so you are just understand -2 to 72. So to calculate it, convert it in centigrade. So that's why I am using. Otherwise, it will coming the range of Kelvin. The unit will come as a Kelvin. So converting this Kelvin to the centigrade, just I am using the -272.15. Okay, so now what you have to do? You just simply go there, and you can go for the another new raster calculator. Okay, so just paste it there. So what you have to do, you just need to change this radiance value, this radiance for which you have here, that you have to replace with the radiance which you just calculated. Okay, same thing, you just remove the inverted comma once. Okay, so now your formula is perfect, and then you can run it. So this is the surface temperature. It is coming the range between 23 degree to 33 degree. Okay, so if you see, this is the airport, and it is a coming high, kind of a high temperature zone. So these are the few or whatever the you can say the urban areas, those are coming as a high temperature. So you can compare it, and we can see if you want to do that. So for that, first I am going to change this color pattern. Okay, so that you can get a very good idea. So this is the high temperature zone. So let's check what these two things are. These are the high temperature is coming over which part. So you can use our ESRI base map. Okay, even you have this hybrid imagery, so you can get to know about the locations where it is actually belonging from. Okay, so it's quite interesting, and you see this is the high temperature is coming few zones of Bhubaneswar. So obviously it is coming as a Biju Patnaik airport, so that is coming high temperature, and so many other places. So that you can see, if you just see, this is a Rajpath. Okay, so and you can see that is also very much. Okay, so that is also coming a very high temperature there. Okay, so if you like that, few spots will be there. You can identify why this type of places are coming in a very high temperature zone. Okay, so that is the way how you will calculate it, the surface temperature from or over the Landsat 9. Okay, so I hope you all are like this part of this exercise, and I hope you all enjoy it. Okay, so thank you. If you like my channel, please subscribe, okay, and share this video to the others. Thank you.